Here we go. Welcome back to another Montreal Canadiens play-by-play. No, it's a show of the Habs Nation show tonight for the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. What happened to them last night? A big loss. A big loss by the score 5-4. And of course, the subject of the night, guys, the Montreal Canadiens dropped a point versus the Seattle Kraken. A difficult game to suck it up. Like I said, by the score 5-4 in overtime after they lead by 2 goals with 10 minutes to go remaining at the game by the score 4-2, 2 power play, 2 goals against them, and then they score by the score of 5-4 in overtime. And Jesus, we should not lose that game last night against the Kraken. Thanks for being part of the show tonight. Don't forget, we just finished the game between Ottawa and the Boston Bruins. And now we're going to talk about the Montreal game for the next 60 minutes. If you have any question, Q&A, please let me know. We're going to talk about everything about the Montreal, the NHL news, everything like that. Now with the loss of Columbus, loss of Boston Bruins, only the win Ottawa. The Reds are winning right now. Montreal could get out tonight, maybe with only 1 point behind the Columbus Blue Jacket, and they'll be again still under mix for until the end of the season. Montreal plays Saturday against the Florida Panthers. Of course, we're going to be back live that game Saturday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. The Panthers at the Bell Center against Montreal Canadiens. The Panthers just beat the Toronto Maple Leafs by the score 3-2. I know, I know, Luciano. It's okay. It's okay, Luciano. We have a few people in that chat. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks to be a part of the show. Billy is in the house. Welcome back. Runway Kings, Knock the Door, Moderator. Randy Walkman is in the house. Luciano, Moderator. Gary Conoy, Knock the Door. And of course, Nicolas Dubini Bono is in the house. Pas de problème, Monicala. Merci d'être une weakness ce soir. And Rabinov is in the house. Randy, like I said, I was bad last night. Lucky to get 1 point. You're right about this. I agree with you and Rabinov. PLW knocked the door. Congratulations for UW tonight. He's go with a late night goal of Philip Nazar tonight. Not a bad choice, PLW. Nazar on the road against the San Jose Sharks. That could happen about that. Now it's 1-1 run with King said. Minnesota tied the game 1-1. So good news for the Montreal Canadiens for them to go that direction. Montreal Canadiens played yesterday and they play against the Kraken. Not many things news around the Montreal Canadiens. Why? Because Montreal traveled today. They stayed at Seattle one night after the game and they decided to travel only today. So nothing's going on around the Montreal Canadiens. The only thing we can guarantee that is Caden Cooley still skating and prepared to a return with Montreal Canadiens. We have no date about Caden Cooley. That's the only thing we got. It's only game yesterday. We know Joel Armia, he got hurt last game against the Vancouver Canucks. He was out of the game yesterday. We expect a more update for about Joel Armia from tomorrow. I believe for me, it's a day-to-day, nothing major for Joel Armia. And we'll see what Montreal Canadiens are going to do. If Armia is a bit out, are they going to call up someone from Laval? Laval Rocket, guys, they continue to have more injuries. RHP is out now. A very bad, unlucky body check against him. Every time they return a player in the lineup, they lose another one. So we'll see what happening with the Laval Rocket. Last year, by the score 5-2. They are traveling now, so the team is not around Laval. So we'll be interested what Montreal are going to use again. Michael Pesera, the superstar for can use, or is they going to call up someone from the Laval Rocket? Thanks, Pete Martin, to be in the house tonight. The New Jersey beat, guys, Edmonton 3-2. Unbelievable. Unbelievable to see that for the New York, the Edmonton Oilers. For that, around the NHL, guys, we have to watch Ovechkin tonight. Ovechkin play against the Kings. He's at 9 goals of the Wayne Gretzky. So we'll see if he can get 1 or 2 goals tonight to get closer and closer. Can Ovechkin score a beat the Wayne Gretzky record before the end of the season? Will be to see happening Nick Suzuki at 17 points his last 9 games with the Montreal Canadiens. Suzuki is on fire for the Montreal Canadiens. And of course, the big game to talk about tonight is a recap game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Seattle Kraken. Now, you have some fans are upset about the game. You have some fans are okay about the game. Some fans said it is what it is. This is a team should not be in the playoff. But to use a point like that, the way it's happening, it was really bad when you see the Montreal Canadiens. First of all, the Seattle Kraken dominate the game overall. If you look overall, they have about 4 or 5 posts. Tobej was shaky all game long. The defensive zone coverage was running and searching. Very bad penalty. Albert Zeka had 3 minor penalty yesterday. Savard took a bad one at the end of the game. They gave away that point, honestly, to the Seattle Kraken. That's simple to say that. The first period, guys, Montreal was not there at all. They had no legs. Seattle could take the lead 3-4-0 after 20 minutes. But they come back. So we have to give credit for the Montreal during the second period. They come back with 3 goals. So it was 3-2 after 20 minutes. So they're hanging there. But obviously, after the goal, Yuslakowski, when it was 4-2 at the beginning of the third period, you're on the road, a back-to-back game. You should win that game. You should know to close the game properly the right way. So what we have to learn about that? But we have to see a fragile team where they are not, the depth of the player are limited. You see a young team have the difficulties to keep the lead. Remember 3-0 against the Buffalo Sabres? They got the same thing with Edmonton Oilers. They almost dropped the game against the Vancouver Canucks after the lead. And then yesterday, they lead by 2 goals. Maturity, inexperience, young core, you can name it. That's the reality of Montreal Canadiens. If you want to make the playoff, those games like last night, you have to win. Again, you play against a team like the Kraken or eliminate. There was Seller. They play for nothing at the end of the day. But they play with pride. And again, the Montreal Canadiens, Brendan Montour, he looked like Bobby Orr. He scored 5 goals in 2 games against the Montreal Canadiens this season. 5 goals. If I'm right, I think he has 8 points. So, again, at the overtime, face-off at overtime, Devorak, Suzuki, and Hudson, all 3 set up at the red line, on the neutral zone. It was a called play by the Kraken players, and they beat the Montreal Canadiens 5-4. It is what it is at the end. So it depends how you see I'm going to call this a glass. It's at halfway right now. Do you see the glass or the bottle of water half empty or half full? It's up to you. But that's the case for the Montreal Canadiens last night. You have other things positive for the Montreal Canadiens. You still have performance of Juraj Slavkovsky. You still have the performance of Laine Hudson point. You still have the performance of Nick Suzuki. Put this together is good. But in the last 8 games, Brennan Gallagher 0 point. Josh Anderson 1 point. In the last 13 games, Emil Eneman 0 point. So their 2 line is completely off. And they're fighting for the spot in the playoff. And the management decide we don't need anybody else. This was the call I can use. They decide we don't need anybody. We are good with Michael Peseta. We are good with Joshua Roy. We are good with Owen Beck. And we can make the playoff that way. I think for me, I disagree. I think the player deserve better. I think the coaching staff, they work the zip off all year long to make that team and the playoff at 1 point deserve better. And you, Montreal Canadiens fans, you deserve better. The people paid the ticket to go to the Montreal Canadiens deserve better. But what's not good enough for Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon to decide to bring more debt inside the Montreal Canadiens. They let it go. They dropped the ball. He said, look, organize yourself, guys. Let's go play hockey and see what's happening. Completely disagree with Ken Hughes. This is Montreal don't make the playoff. Don't point any direction to any players. Point at the top, the management, the owner. Those people are paid to take the decision. Those people let the team completely alone. They are responsible for the decision to not take better at Michael Peseda, to not bring any player to helping the Montreal Canadiens where they are fighting to make the playoff. This is all because of the Ken Hughes and the Jeff Gordon. We have to tell the truth. We have to tell the facts, and that's happening. This is a management passive, don't take any active action to helping Martin St-Louis staff and to helping the player like Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield for the last 3-4 years. They tried to make that team better, and they let them down. This is not acceptable by a management like the Montreal Canadiens. Want the team have money, and they pass all year long with 21 skater, 21 players, 20 skater. They bring anybody on the road, completely mismanagement the roster of Montreal Canadiens for the last 3 years. 3 goalie last year. We have a game with 3 center. This year, we play with 5 defensemen. We have no reservists. Michael Pessoa, that's the only one they thinking is a superstar. So sometimes we have to tell the truth. And if you are happy about a management like that right now, wow, I'm not. Because Montreal deserves better. The players deserve better. The coaches deserve better. And the fans deserve better. This is the reality behind that. And they are still fighting every night. This is amazing to me. The players suck it up. They say, you know what? We're going to organize themselves. They don't want to helping us. We're going to try the best we can together. So I like the chemistry of the players. They're hanging together. They face 2 injuries. They tried every night hard they can be. And they still hanging there. They still believe. They still have a faith. And they still try the best they can. But again, the management completely dropped the ball for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's see the comments right there. You got to give the Montreal Canadiens the credit for the upping their game so late, and you are this about that team is ready, but management is holding them back is a problem, a nation. A good point about that. That's the feeling about the Montreal. Thanks for all the like we got there. Kovacevic, Lekanen, 31, 33 for Romanov. Team is not ready yet. Coach Hughes did not want to risk a Rantanen situation. No, and Rabinov. I'm not talking and Rabinov to bring Rantanen, Mitch Marner, everything like that. But don't tell me you cannot get Zetterlund. Don't tell me you cannot get Marco Sturm. Don't tell me you can get Scott Laughton. Don't tell me you can bring better and Michael Peseda in NHL. We don't have to change the plan or bring, a trade Logan Mayu right now today or David Rebecca or anybody. But how we cannot be better at Michael Peseda. And not only now, all year long. PLW explain what's going on with Kovacevic. with Lekonen and everybody else. That's my feeling. Larry Lavalley, let's go back in the house tonight. Welcome, Mr. Larry Lavalley. Okay, we're going to use, we'll make a trade at the off season during summer. Um, Gary, I think you're right about this. We talk about a hot summer for the Montreal Canadiens for sure. So the question behind that, Gary, it will not be for all of you. Do you think it will not be available? Do you think it will not be better if the Montreal Canadiens taste to play in the playoff at just miss the playoff by a couple of points? Again, I can understand they are not a team very high, but where they at right now, and they are knocking the door. Why not to give them some help? That's my feeling about that. RJ Calabro, welcome back. Henry Beneff somehow took a very bad penalty. Again, Gary, it's not about a mistake. It's about to reinforce the roster of Montreal Canadiens. I don't I don't think Gary to trade for Marcus Storm, a 4-1 pick, a third one pick, a 7-1 pick is going to hurt the Montreal Canadiens. Now, I agree with you. Raphaël, salut mon homme. I agree with you, Gary, when you talk about you cannot trade for a second center like Randall Riley or something like that and destroy a little bit the plan. Completely agree with you, Gary, about that. It's Nicolas. It's a bang play for Montour, and I think, guys, if you are the referee and you drop the puck behind the over rack, you cannot put the puck at the perfect place. Better, what happening? It was at the right place at the right time, and Montour picked up the puck. It was a perfect call by the Kraken, Nicolas. Thanks for all the life we got so far. Peter, I do not agree with you. The management has created a playoff contender, and the third year of the rebuild, Pessoa is a part of the team. Maurice, Coach White recently criticized the management because I think Maurice, if they don't see better Michael Pesada players, have a problem with that part. Sorry to tell you that. If they cannot evaluate better Michael Pesada with all the management they hire, the scouting staff, the analytic video, the analytic people, all the people they have, and their staff with Jeff Gordon and Ken Hughes, and they said, no, Michael Pesada is the best player we can get as a forward, reservist. I said, wait a minute. Really? Really? This is what you got for us this year? Ken Hughes? This is the best player you have. You cannot find nowhere around the world in any league, KHL, American Hockey League, NHL, SHL, NL, whatever it is. You don't have anybody in Laval better to Michael Pesada? Wait a minute. Really? This is the GM of Montreal Canadiens. This is who he is. And we don't have better than Michael Pesada? And you guys, you agree with that? And you said we cannot criticize the management? Have a problem with that? We are fighting right now for the spot in the playoff. Can you imagine a better player than Michael Pesada? Where we could be today? Maybe we are right now in the playoff. The value of the playoff is so big at long term for the Montreal Canadiens. And let's play Michael Pesada. We cannot hurt his feeling. Are you kidding me? We cannot hurt the feeling of Michael Pesada. This is what we got. That's what we have. We cannot get any better. Really? I'm shocked. I'm completely shocked by the management of Montreal Canadiens right now. It's bad because we should have better. They don't have a vision. And that started last week, all year long, all summer. This is what my biggest problem with the Montreal Canadiens right now. Now, the players said, wait a minute, and Rabinov, who run the team? Is it the Nick Suzuki or Ken Hughes? Is it Nick Suzuki going to tell to Josh Morrison, hey, Josh, thanks for the money you give to us every week, but don't change the players, the team. If you accept, all of you, the fact Montreal is okay to have Michael Pesada, and I'm not starting to talk about the Pesada right now. I talked about Pesada last year. We cannot get better at Michael Pesada. For me, it's a huge problem. Pete Martin surprised everyone, Pete Martin, on that one. They are knocking at the door. One that makes it talk to use it did is include Pesada as a teammate. What friends should Marco Storm and make its friends right there. But first of all, Peter, I will tell you that. Do you think Marco Storm is not better to Michael Pesada? Do you think Marco Storm is not better to Owen Beck and Joshua Roy? Do you think Marco Storm did not bring experience in NHL? Do you think the player on the bench would be more happy to have a Marco Storm? Do you think a Martin St. Louis have a Marco Storm, a 200 feet players with a center line, we play in one face off, can help him more the Montreal Canadiens or not? So what you tell me, Peter, is this time? Oh, what it will be the strength anyway? We're not a playoff team. Just let it go. So my point, Peter, is said, but why we play right now like this? We should just give up, and not necessary to tell me it's not important to win game right now. Who can make it friends? It's not a big deal. Really? Really? This is how we're going to think about a Montreal Canadiens. It's not a big deal to get Marco Storm over Michael Pesada, or Marco Storm over Joshua Roy, or Marco Storm over Owen Beck, when they try to deal to helping the Laval Rocket and they try to help the Montreal Canadiens. So a Marco Storm would put Roy and Beck and Montreal, maybe in Laval, or to get better at Michael Pesada. I will say to you, Peter, wave Michael Pesada 9 months ago. 10 months ago, we like Michael Pesada in Montreal. We don't want to hurt the feeling of Michael Pesada. And we don't want to make the playoff. We have a deal. We have a deal. Next skill request, don't trade the team players. So can you accept that? So can you the summer is going to see Nick Zuski is going to say Nick. So what we do now this summer? Who want to trade? Well, we like the team, Ken. Don't trade anybody. This is the way I see that. Me, yeah, no business. It's a business. It's a sport team. Sorry, buddy. We need better. We need better. We need better skill, better size, everything like that. For me, it's unacceptable the behavior of Ken Hughes last week at the trade deadline. Montreal was not in the race. Montreal was not on the mix. Don't worry about Michael Pesada. But the fact Montreal are in the mix are 1 point to make the playoff. And we just said, It's okay. We keep the team together, Nick, and we can't get anybody better than Michael Pesado. Sorry. You have a freaking 40 trade in the NHL last week. We cannot get anyone better to Michael Pesado. This is what we want. This is what we need. This is what make us to make the playoff. All the managers said, no, we cannot make the playoff. No, I don't trust you guys. I don't believe you can make the playoff. This is the message I see me that way. Is the management refuse to help in the Montreal Canadiens and refuse to give any help to try to make the playoff. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. In my opinion. Peter said they have made their decision about Michael Pesada. Yeah, they want to keep him. They like Michael Pesada. And our tab said the same thing. And enough. The team is not ready. So Kenyu is really sick. So what happened if they make the playoff and Rabinov? You're going to refuse the spot? We said, no, we cannot. We're not ready yet. We cannot to be in the playoff. We're going to give the spot and Rabinov to, let's go to the Detroit Red Wings. If Kenyus believe that team cannot make the playoff, have a bigger problem for Kenyus. If Kenyus cannot believe, we more realistic to thinking, no, we gave up already. So he's already gave up to the player. The way you're talking about now, it's Kenyus. There's no belief on that. There's no belief on that team. Who built that team? Who built the roster? Whoa. One deck at one down, they should have made a move. I agree, but they don't believe it. Or one coach, you are bidding at the Arsa. Good night, Nicolas. How many points have management fell on this ice during the season? They played short staff and then Primo stay in the NHL, not having replacement at 4% up. That's sometimes I really disagree. Sometimes we PLW, but I have to give credit on that one. He nailed it right there. And this not start this year, start last year too. It's not about how far you can go, Peter. Do you think the experience right now to play and the meaningful game is good for the Montreal Canadiens long term? Do you think if Montreal made the playoff, not going to be good? You think it will feel not good about that? I think it will fit great and good for the culture of the Montreal Canadiens at long term. You're going to taste what it looked like. Whatever they lose in 4 games, no matter. Ron, Montreal make no trade. Will they lose anybody during the summer with ending contract? Yes, Ron. They have, they have 5 of them. Pesada, Saval, they were rack. Armia, of course, Jake Evans signed. So they have a couple of RFA, like Primo, example. So they could lose a couple of players for sure. PLW management have no obligation of success, and that's the problem. Peter, yeah, Marcus Tom will make a better friends at Michael Pesada. It will bring some debt for Martin Saint Louis. Do you consider Michael Pesser better at Marcus Stam? Just curious, Peter, why the Flatter trade for Marcus Stam? Just curiosity. Why do you think the Panthers trade for Marcus Stam? How do you believe on him? Pete Martin, how much money do the Ab have below cap before deadline? A couple of $1,000? Pete, here we go. Larry said the right things. Just need a one series to the playoff to give player a feel for the future. Can I be more agree with you, Mr. Larry? Well said. Go. This is the opposite of what you said after the deadline. One pickup will have help without sacrifice the team chemistry. Now, what I said in our top is you bring better a Michael Peseda, you're not going to hurt the fit. Why did we change the chemistry? Do you think the Flip Panthers Barkov is concerned about the fact like Brett Marchand joined the team with Zeb Jones? I can understand the request of Nick Ziski. My point tonight is about how we cannot help in the Montreal Canadiens to have a better roster for the rest of the season. This is what I'm talking about in our top. This is the last year. Next year, it will be in the playoff. It won't be a Molson who will realize that the dumb trait I can use did Kovacevic come enough. You also talk about Kovacevic, Peter. When I talk about Kovacevic, Peter, I'm talking about the management. This is not going to be the reason the Ab missed the playoff. It goes much deeper than that. And Rabinov, do you think a better player, Michael Pesada, is now going to help in the Montreal Canadiens? So it looked like Rabinov is accept to have Michael Pesada in the lineup. I'm not sure about that. It's about 600, 700. It's a bit Peter under because they don't put anybody on the ER. So Montreal Canadiens are a little bit different, right? But think about this: they could put Cooley on the ER. They could put other players on the ER. But the current cap space is 6.7. That's including price. But it's not tell the truth because you have money under that. Thanks for all the likes. You assume they want to win, player want to management does not need to get over. We eat or sub inside, they don't try something is thinking. Well, point left on the plate where here is there over the course of the season, it's fun maker. 6.7, like Kinartab said. Franco Yacono, back in the house, ladies and gentlemen, Franco Yacono. I'm over the team is trying to win a cup every year. This not to be obsessed. One use out touching it, at least give some help without breaking the bank. And the point right there is a process, Wendy. The rebuild team is a rebuild with the captain. That's one to see for the long coach. Sorry. Can use is Gordon Fumbola. Yeah, I feel the same way. So Ken McCarty back in the house. Yeah, I think overall the combination of 4 teams. Two of them is Calgary, Montreal. Coach, not the president of the president of the club. Pity. I just knew a limitation with cellular and laptop. Franco, same. All about that look like front smell the same. How many of these 40 traits make its friends? I think Ottawa's another looking good with Carson. I think Colorado make pretty good with the trade they make. I would love for Barry Bullet to get called up and stay with the team. It would be a big help. Yes, and enough. I think after that, Barry Bullet had to be back in Laval, but he had to go on the waiver. At least is a call up, an emergency call. Yeah, maybe 5 minutes. I'm making weird decision these days. Pesada not playing or Monday, Franco. I think they will make the playoff, Peter. I feel with that 6.7 the cap space, a guy we could pick up a Marchand for next year or a 1 year deal. He could bring some positive, but I don't think he will want to sign with us. Yeah, Rafael, a good point, but I think Montreal was looking to add a center because it could be that out, but we'll see. At one point behind it is a point giving by Primo by going out west. That stuff twice having too many defensemen. Yeah, right about this. Who has given up a point is utterable. I know, Peter. I'm pushing to get the playoff. Hughes does not need a ski to approve any move, coach. Come on now. And that's my point behind that. Yeah, Hughes actually have the big problem. We're still wondering about Anderson, Gallagher. They were at Gavsy number. Not much have the good first line. The two line guys struggling right now is Jake Haven line and Anderson line, whatever you want to call it. I think coaches realize it's a process. Management leaving details like it's not that important. Those details you gave a couple extra points and a face especially defensive, especially and Mr. Ken go abs. Exactly my point, combination. And I talk about Marcus Stump guy. It could be another player, by the way. I just mentioned one name. Randonado, whoever it is. I agree with you and Rabinov about Barry Boulet. Yeah, I think Stone will be better than Barry Boulet. And Rabinov said Barry Boulet is better que Pesada. No, I disagree. I disagree. Barry Boulet better at Pesada. I think he played 9 minutes, Peter. I think Rabinov, my point behind Marcus Storm, guys, or anybody, it will helping a Montreal Canadian, but their depth inside of the team. That's my point behind that. I don't said Marcus Storm is a Connor Bedard. I think my point behind that will bring more depth for the Montreal Canadian. Red just get 1 point. Thanks, my friend. And our top, I sure could use Sean Monahan right now. The biggest mistake use I can make. Yeah, Sean Monahan, obviously, is hurt again, but Maurice, you're right. Just curious, guys, in the chat. Who the only players for the Montreal Canadiens have a positive on the plus minus in the last 3 seasons? You have only one player wear the jersey of Montreal Canadiens and is positive. I'm not talking about player play 5 games, 7 game, 10 game. I'm talking about have a regular game with the Montreal Canadiens at least one season. It can include Colin White, Todd Pearson, but which one are the Montreal Canadiens the last 3 seasons have a record of plus and minus is a plus. 34 game. How many points he will have if not play with the Green Tag with Daka? Coach, I have a 3 with his OT. Skeleton. Ottawa has more talent could add about time. What about John Tavares as a short-term free agent to play between the middle with Laine? I would love to, Peter. I just feel like John Tavares is not going to accept to play with Montreal. I talk about this with NR Peter. Yeah, Franco. I'm not sure about that PLW for Patrik Laine. Yeah, and Rabinov, the return was Cole Caulfield or Nick Zuski or Uri Sakeski. Claude Richard, welcome back in the house. Kovacevic, Habar, welcome in the house. Cash, would not Sam Bennett be perfect fit for the Montreal if he would sign? Yeah, I think it would be a good fit. Score what, 21 goal, 22 goal now? The problem is for me, are you willing to spend $8.5 million for Bennett have 45 point, 47 point? Great point, Rabinov. We'll see what happening, guys, for the next year for the Montreal Canadiens. For you, a lot of great comments in the chat talking about. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like if you don't mind. It'd be great. My good question, Coach. Clearly, our fans are looking for more from management. What can we expect over the summer for the big move? You have a couple of the Rangers win an overtime, 3-2. Skelton he does about 45 point average. He's really good at the playoff. But I think he's going to try to get more. But I think he's going to accept a deal from the flip and those guys, approximately the money you talk about, 6.5. As a point you get, I think that money, $8 million and more, is too much. Now, back to Paulo Franco. Uh, he's going to make sure he get a center number two with a Montreal Canadian, in my opinion. The Rangers pass the Montreal Canadiens 1 point over, but they have one game in hand for the Montreal. They will try to figure out to sign Devorak or Armia, not both of them. I think this is the end of Savard for Montreal. I think it's going to be retired. I think a game like last night, guys, exposed a lot David Savard. So I believe they're going to try to get a right defenseman in NHL. In my opinion. And then to set that, you have to bring Demidov. I believe me, Ray Barker is going to make the team. If he had no injuries, I think he's going to be fine. And that would bring the Montreal Canadiens at French direction. Said that, they sit at Montembeau et Tobesh. It's going to be a young core. And they're going to fight for another spot in NHL. The second center you're going to add, who it will be, I have no clue yet. I will never be GM and Montreal can. I played so many games with 5 lefty defensemen this season. A GM will this roster should have there. If you sign Bennett, you still have all your assets. Yeah, you not trade for him. Robert, yes, I think that's good. Wow, what a fight by Max Domi tonight, guys. Wow. Good point, Stan. I think PLW for Patrik Laine is the way he play. That's my problem with that. We'll see how he's going to turn around. It looked like some Benin guys, when you play big game, they step up a lot. Yeah, Franco, I think Savard is final year contract. Anderson still have one more year after that. Um, I think Anderson will be around for one more year. I think for me, Gallagher is the one really they have to take a decision at some point, 2 more years after that. Hey, coach, do you think they will get another sound before the season and or after the season? Only at the end after the season, Robert. If they trade for the player right now, the player is going to play only until end of season. So you don't see that kind of movement. Honestly, Robert, it's possible, but I don't see that. It will be more during summer. You're right, PLW. Sentiment, hope so, but big fan of the popcorn about that. Stan Lenny need to play with more intensity. He should not be totally reliable just to score a power play guy. Yeah, that's the best description I can talk about Patrik Laine, guys. Like this is a guy has so many good tools, so skilled, so talented, but he disappear. And last night play only 10 minutes. He scored one goal, one assist. He can make nothing to amazing, and then he can disappear for 5, 7, 8 games. This is the reason I believe you have to accept to deal with, or you have to figure out something someone else. But you know, I don't think so. PLW, whatever you put, make canon with him. Laney is not in shape. Laney don't skate hard. Laney don't want to crash to the net. Laney is bad on defensive. Laney does not bring example. Don't practice hard. His work ethic is off, but he can put a puck in the net. Are you willing to accept a player like him and your team? He came back one in November. He already 3 times. He's sick. I said yesterday, people don't like this, but he's a soft player. He's soft. Mentally, physically, he's soft. Not negative, but he's soft. He has a big problem, and it is what it is. Nothing negative against who he is. This is what he has to deal every single day. That's sad. It's not negative when I'm not talking against him. He has to fight mentally every day. It's very hard. But are willing to accept a player like him? Me, no. But if they want to keep them, I cannot do anything about that. I just don't like those kind of players around the team. You're right, and Rabina during summer. You're right. I agree with you about that. He's 6'5", Lenny, 240 pounds. He cannot get it. He cannot skate like Josh Anderson. He cannot go in the corner and with his body to push everybody around him. No, he wants to stay in one area and inside a circle, he stay there. He want the people give him the puck. That's what he is. But is a guy player can give you 2 points per game sometime, then he disappear, then come back. Exactly, PLW. Again, like I said, guys, you're right. You know what you're going to get from Laney. I can understand that, and Rabinov is maybe hurt. If it's happened for him, we cannot complain about Kirby Doc. We cannot complain about Caden Coley. We cannot complain about any player. At some point, he's right now a 40 game. He's a slow player. are willing to accept the way he play? That's my question. They say you like those kind of player, you keep on your team. If you want a player play 50 games, 60 games per year, you keep on your team. If you want only a power player, a power play players, keep on your team. For me, I just don't like that kind of players. This is who I am and Rabinov. Nothing against you or against anybody. It's not a type of player I like. I would put Brendan Gallagher 10 times in my team or his prim. It's just for me, a player like Laine have a difficult time to accept that. Me, if I were the GM, I would not have a Patrik Laine on my team. Nothing against the man, nothing against the players, nothing about the people like him, and nothing against the people who want him on their team. It's just I'm not born that way. My DNA is different if I want to build a team. I want work ethic. I want player work every day. Show up at the ring. This is what I like. Like I criticized him a lot last week. Last night he had 2 points. I gave him credit for what he did yesterday. But still believe for me it's not good enough for my team. You're right, and enough. Like I said, he could score 35 goals, 40 goals. Is it good enough inside of one team to accept him? I don't know. Look what he did yesterday, and Rabinov. He had 1 goal, 1 assist. He disappeared for 5 days around the team. Then he popped 10 minutes and he got that. Is it consistency the right words? I don't know. Is it the best word I can describe about him? Consistency? Maybe. I don't know. Show up every day? I don't know. And again, at the end of the day, in Rabinov, or anybody in the chat, guys, I wish the best for Patrik Laine. I wish the best for his illness, for his life, and he's maybe fighting every day something we don't know. And we only wish the best for the man, the human being, at the players. As a player, it's not my type of player I like. But I'm not going to criticize the man behind that. And we want him the best. I'm sure he have a good heart. He's a good person. And we want the best for him live. Good point, Stan. I think PW, I don't think so. That's from where they are today, Montreal Canadiens, because of Patrik Laine. I think the addition of Alex Carrier as the defenseman make a huge difference for the Montreal Canadiens. I think the fact like the other players step up their game after that, like Sakaski, Suzuki, Jake Evans, make it fun right there. I don't see me because of Patrick Laine Montreal is because of him Montreal win the game. That's not changed my opinion about the players. Abination. Thanks so much, Rick Martin, Ricky Martin. Butch always symbolized a little boy who is only dream was the play for the Montreal Canadiens. Hockey is better because of the realization of this dream. Frenchy. Yeah, that's one of the old time. I think Warren Fogiel is underrated. Big game against the Florida Panthers, guys. Yep. So that the show guy was just a 60-minute altogether. I don't want to pass more time for all of you on the chat tonight. But something going to create more show like this a little bit later at 8:30 p.m. after the game, the early, like we did early. I think that's a new one. We can go there. I think the people like to talk about Montreal late the night. And I think it was good. Jiraski 5 points the last two game. Zuski have 17 points the last nine game. Um, Montreal looking good at some point. We'll see what he can do next game against Flip Panthers. Will be a huge game for the Montreal. Now they get past by the New York Rangers tonight, and the Columbus lost again. So it's good to see that also. 51 points for Lane Hudson so far this year. I still believe he get 50 point plus. The Montreal Canadiens are going to be. Um, by the way, next week, Saturday, is again the Colorado Avalanche, by the way. It was the team I did not mention about that. Big week for the Montreal next week. But Rick, with the session with Lenny, they will have to call up someone for the Laval Rocket. A2, I have more time right now. I don't go out. I have a problem with my right foot. So I think today I have to go to the doctor or see the. I don't really know what is the problem anymore. I thought it was just bite by something, but I put some. I buy some stuff at the pharmacy. If I put my legs up, it's better, but I still don't walk very well. So I maybe go to ER uh, today. I had to figure out what's the problem to fix that. Not good. Not go to gym. Not go to don't walk very well, and I cannot go running after the cheese anymore. So it's not a good time right now. So I to change my mind, I work harder. That's why I build I build that way. A2. I'm not going to sit down and get pity about my life. I like to step up and to figure out something else. So two things to do today: go to the ER, fix my problem, and back soon I can be speed recovery. And I can go to the gym here anyway. I can pick up, it's my right foot. I can take some dumbbell and build my upper body. Ugh. And but no cheese. The cheese called me every night. Where are you? What are you doing? That's funny, but it is what it is. Rick, who is going to call up for Montreal? It would be interesting. I think they were going to call up back Owen Beck if they need it. And but we'll see. Big game for the Florida against Florida. Robert, I agree with you. Get a foot massage. It's too swollen, Stan. Like to do with that. I need to fix it. I hold this for 2 days, and I thought I'm going to use midscamen and midscation and put my legs up. But when I walk like now, right there, my legs is down, and after the show, my is back normal. I got sometimes some gout, but when you get a gout, is under the feet or around the toes. It's not this. It's really on the side and over and at the top of the right on the foot. So maybe something is just messed up there, but it is what it is. So we're not younger anymore, like Luc Lafortune or in our tap. So I have to deal with that. Is the only problem I have. I'll be fine. I'm not going to die because of that. You're welcome, PLW. And AK is in the house. You're right about that, A2. About this, Franco. Too much cheese, not good for feet. Yeah, maybe that's the way. Franco, hopefully you're going to come back more often, Franco. And don't forget, be back tomorrow, guys. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow night. Not saying I'm going to skip it. I just don't know what I'm going to do as a show or do the game we did early at the NHL draft at the NHL. So we'll see what happening for that. Question: does OV switch out his scoring goal and I don't know. I lost this one. Ron, where are you? I know I lost the question. Ron, maybe it's a poison. I don't know. Good night, Maurice. You're right, Ricky, about that. Oh, yeah. Does Ovechkin without his scoring goal and his more goal score sick? I don't know about that. If he's changed a lot, he's sick. Honestly, Shabby was a dominational, inspired generation, not just young hockey player, but Canadian across the country. Yes, you're right, Butch. I have a couple of stories about Jean Béliveau. I can talk about this. You're right about this, AK. Thanks so much, PLW. Thanks so much. On going to create more things like that. Thanks so much, Ricky. Glad to see you around, Franco. We love you, Franco. We miss you. That's all, guys, for another show tonight. Hopefully you enjoy it. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow in the NHL. Let's see what we got tomorrow in the NHL, guys. By the way, the San Jose lead 2-0. The Kings lead 1-0. Detroit Hurricane. Oilers Islanders. Dallas Stars Jet, guys. Oh. The Flame and the Colorado Avalanche. The Dallas Stars Jet could be a good game to do. We'll see. Stay tuned. Check your notification. Sign up on your new project. You never answer your own question. So who is the plus side for the last 3 seasons? Kovacevic, Pete Martin. Kovacevic. Good night, buenos noche, Mr. Ricky. Or maybe bueno, it's not evening anymore. Yeah, he is. Buenos noche from DR. Good night, Luciano, Sebastian. And the only reason we get better every single night, you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Exactly. When we talk about greatness, we talk about people like PLW and Rabinoff. We talk about Pete Martin and Luciano, Ronwick Kings, and off top, and many other people like who you are with some greatness inside of you. Be the lights. Be the lights. Make it fun to someone. Someone will want to talk to you. Someone want to listen to you. Someone want to be there for you. Make it friends with only to be the lights. Until the next time, my friend, be well, be health. Find a way not only to dominate you today, but find a way to dominate the first half or what? Someone said 2025. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow at 10:30. No, maybe not what time tomorrow. And that's all. We'll be right back for the next time. It's funny, guys. Sometimes I'm talking like this, but now someone knocked the door. You have to wait 1 more minute. You want to clean up the They scream around the house. I don't know what's going on, but we'll see what's happening. Hockey Nation, I should that nation want to tell you one more thing, sir. We love you, friends. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow night. Last day of the week. I'm coming. Good night, Robert. RJ Calabro, news update. Thanks so much. AQPL, Billy. Oh. Booyah!